He's just a practice squatter right now, and so we'll get him in the fold and get him working and check his overall level of conditioning, how he learns, and some of those things. It is not the Duggar discussion. He's just a practice squad guy.
Something big just happened in Pittsburgh. Hours after the Steelers' hard-fought win over the Colts, the team made a move no one saw coming. A familiar face from Aaron Rodgers' past just walked through the doors, and it could change everything about how this offense looks next. The Pittsburgh Steelers signed wide receiver Marquez Valdes-Scantling to their practice squad on November 5, 2025. The signing reunited Valdes-Scantling with quarterback Aaron Rodgers, his former teammate from the Green Bay Packers. Valdes-Scantling worked out with the Steelers the previous week, but reports indicated he initially held off on signing while waiting for an opportunity to join a team's 53-man active roster rather than accepting a practice squad position. Valdes-Scantling played alongside Rodgers from 2018 to 2021, when both were with the Green Bay Packers. Over 59 games with Rodgers in Green Bay, Valdes-Scantling hauled in 123 passes for 2,153 yards and 13 touchdowns. The receiver started 39 games during his 4-year tenure with the Packers. The connection between the two players proved productive, particularly on deep passes where Valdes-Scantling's speed created separation downfield. The Green Bay Packers selected Valdes-Scantling in the 5th round of the 2018 NFL Draft with the 174th overall pick. He made his NFL debut in the Packers season opener against the Chicago Bears on September 9, 2018. His first career start came in Week 4 against the Buffalo Bills when he replaced the injured Randall Cobb. Valdes-Scantling recorded his breakout performance in Week 5 against the Detroit Lions with 7 receptions for 68 yards and a touchdown. The 2020 season represented Valdes-Scantling's most productive year in Green Bay. He registered 33 catches for 690 yards and 6 touchdowns while playing alongside Rodgers. His ability to stretch the field vertically provided the Packers' offense with a deep threat that complemented their possession receivers. Valdes-Scantling averaged 17.5 yards per catch during his Green Bay tenure, ranking 4th in the NFL during that span among qualifying receivers. Valdes-Scantling left Green Bay after the 2021 season and signed a 3-year, $30 million contract with the Kansas City Chiefs. He spent 2 seasons in Kansas City, helping the Chiefs win Super Bowl 57 and Super Bowl 58. In Super Bowl 58 against the San Francisco 49ers, Valdes-Scantling caught 3 receptions for 20 yards and a touchdown in the Chiefs' 25-22 victory. The 16-yard touchdown reception represented Kansas City's only offensive touchdown in the championship game. His most memorable playoff performance came in the AFC Championship game against the Baltimore Ravens on January 28, 2024. Valdes-Scantling caught a 32-yard pass on 3rd down right before the 2-minute warning, allowing the Chiefs to run out the rest of the clock and secure a 17-10 victory. The catch sealed Kansas City's trip to Super Bowl 58. He finished the 2022-23 playoffs with 116 receiving yards and 1 touchdown during the championship game against Cincinnati. The Kansas City Chiefs released Valdes-Scantling on February 28, 2024, to create $12 million in salary cap space. The move allowed Kansas City to pursue other roster needs and address contracts for key defensive players. Valdes-Scantling caught 63 passes for 1,002 yards and 3 touchdowns across 2 regular seasons with the Chiefs, though his production proved inconsistent. He caught just 21 passes for 315 yards and 1 touchdown during the 2023 regular season, career-low numbers for the veteran receiver. Valdes-Scantling signed a 1-year contract with the Buffalo Bills on May 14, 2024. The Bills released him on October 15 following their acquisition of wide receiver Amari Cooper in a trade with the Cleveland Browns. Valdes-Scantling caught 2 passes for 26 yards on 9 targets during his time in Buffalo. He signed with the New Orleans Saints on October 22, 2024, and recorded his most productive stretch of the season. With the New Orleans Saints, Valdes-Scantling caught 17 receptions for 385 yards and 4 touchdowns across 8 games. He averaged 22.6 yards per catch with the Saints, demonstrating that his deep threat ability remained intact. The productive stint in New Orleans showed that Valdes-Scantling could still contribute when given opportunities. The Saints did not retain him beyond the 2024 season. Valdes-Scantling signed with the Seattle Seahawks during the 2025 offseason. He did not survive the 53-man roster cutdown when Seattle finalized its roster for the regular season. The San Francisco 49ers then signed him to their practice squad at the start of the 2025 season. Valdes-Scantling appeared in 5 games for the 49ers, catching 4 passes for 40 yards before San Francisco released him following a calf injury last month. The signing makes Valdes-Scantling the 5th team he has played for since 2023. His journeyman status reflects the challenges he has faced maintaining a consistent roster spot despite his physical tools. The 31-year-old receiver has now played for the Packers, Chiefs, Bills, Saints, Seahawks, 49ers, and Steelers during his 8-year NFL career. Aaron Rodgers addressed Valdes-Scantling's potential signing before it became official. "He is a really special guy, and I think MVS can still really play," Rodgers stated. "You saw last year when he was in New Orleans, he had opportunities. He had a lot of big touchdowns. He can still run." The comments came when Valdes-Scantling appeared to be delaying his decision while seeking an active roster opportunity rather than a practice squad position. Pittsburgh head coach Mike Tomlin downplayed Valdes-Scantling's arrival during his press conference. "He's just a practice squatter right now," Tomlin said via the Steelers' website. "We'll get him in the fold and get him working, check his overall level of conditioning, how he learns, and some of those things. It is not the Kyle Duggar discussion. He's just a practice squad guy." The comments contrasted sharply with the enthusiasm surrounding the team's trade for safety Kyle Duggar before the deadline. The Steelers currently hold first place in the AFC North with a 5-3 record through 9 games of the 2025 season. However, the team has struggled to generate consistent production from wide receivers outside of DK Metcalf. Metcalf leads the team with 29 receptions through 8 games. The next 4 top pass catchers are running backs or tight ends, highlighting the lack of depth at the receiver position. Valdes-Scantling has caught 209 passes for 3,606 yards and 20 touchdowns across 111 career games with 60 starts. He currently leads all active NFL players in yards per reception at 17.3 yards per catch. The average demonstrates his role as a vertical threat throughout his career. His ability to stretch defenses vertically could provide the Steelers' offense with a dimension it currently lacks behind Metcalf. The Steelers released defensive back Beanie Bishop from their practice squad to create space for Valdes-Scantling. The roster move allows Pittsburgh to add receiver depth while maintaining their practice squad limit. The reunion with Rodgers represents Valdes-Scantling's best opportunity to secure meaningful playing time for the remainder of the 2025 season. Their established chemistry from Green Bay could expedite the learning curve typically required when joining a new team mid-season. The practice squad designation allows Pittsburgh to evaluate Valdes-Scantling's conditioning and system knowledge before potentially promoting him to the active roster. The timing of the signing coincided with the NFL trade deadline on November 5th, 2025. The Steelers did not acquire any wide receivers via trade, making Valdes-Scantling their only addition at the position. The lack of trade activity suggests Pittsburgh views internal development and practice squad additions as sufficient to address their receiver depth concerns. Valdes-Scantling's career has been defined by boom or bust performances. His speed generates explosive plays and touchdowns, but consistency has eluded him throughout his NFL tenure. The Steelers hope the familiarity with Rodgers will maximize the boom plays while minimizing the busts. Valdes-Scantling provides Pittsburgh with a veteran option who has performed in high-pressure playoff situations. Rodgers threw 17 touchdown passes through 9 games of the 2025 season, more than any Steelers quarterback has thrown in a single season since Ben Roethlisberger retired after 2021. Adding a familiar target in Valdes-Scantling could help sustain or increase that touchdown rate as the season progresses.